Imagine a thriving settlement, built with hope and ambition on the shores of a new world. Families, soldiers, children, all working towards a brighter future. Then, silence. Not a whisper, not a trace. Just a single, cryptic word carved into a tree. For centuries, this has remained America's first, and perhaps most baffling, ghost story. Welcome to the Chrono-Crypt, where today, we delve into the chilling mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke. The lure of the New World. Our story begins in the late 16th century. England, under the ambitious Queen Elizabeth I, cast its eyes across the vast Atlantic. The New World wasn't just about riches, it was about claiming territory, establishing a foothold against rival Spain, and finding new resources. Sir Walter Raleigh, a dashing explorer and favorite of the Queen, spearheaded these efforts. In 1585, the first attempt to settle Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina, was made. It was a military outpost, struggling with native relations and supply shortages. It ultimately failed, but the dream persisted. 2 years later, in 1587, Raleigh tried again. This time, it wasn't just soldiers, it was families. Over 100 men, women, and children, led by Governor John White, set sail with the explicit goal of establishing a permanent agricultural settlement. They were meant to land further north, in Chesapeake Bay, but were inexplicably diverted back to Roanoke. Here, they found the remains of the earlier military fort and a warning: the local natives were hostile. Despite the challenges, they began to rebuild. Among them was Eleanor Dare, Governor White's daughter, who soon gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. A symbol of new beginnings.
The ill-fated return trip. Life in the colony quickly became desperate. The colonists, mostly city dwellers, were unprepared for the harsh realities of the New World. Relations with the local tribes, some friendly, others hostile, were deteriorating rapidly. Realizing they could not survive the winter without significant aid, Governor John White was compelled to return to England for supplies. He left the colony in August 1587, promising to return in a few short months. But fate, and global politics, intervened. When White finally reached England, the country was preparing for the monumental threat of the Spanish Armada. Every ship, every able sailor, and every resource was mobilized for war. White's desperate mission to resupply his colony was delayed, not for months, but for 3 long, agonizing years. The Silent Discovery. Finally, in August 1590, John White, fueled by 3 years of worry and guilt, returned to Roanoke Island. What he found defied belief. The wooden palisade fort was still standing, but the houses had been carefully dismantled, not violently torn down, but systematically taken apart. There were no bodies, no signs of struggle, no evidence of a massacre. The colony was empty. Every single person, his daughter, his granddaughter Virginia Dare, and the nearly 100 other settlers, had simply vanished. The only clue, carved into a gatepost, the word Croton. White's heart must have sunk. The colonists had previously agreed that if they were forced to leave, they would carve a cross above their destination word if they were in distress. There was no cross. This suggested the move was planned, perhaps even voluntary. Croton was the name of a nearby island, home to a friendly native tribe. White desperately wanted to sail there immediately, but a massive storm blew in, damaging his ship and forcing the entire expedition back to England. He never saw his family or the lost colony again.